What's up, guys? Today we are going to talk about the ECD Mirage 2.0. I am a little late to the party. I think it came out about a year and a half ago. But I was only just recently exposed to it. I know, I was aware of it, but I hadn't gotten my hands on one for a long time. And a kid brought me one to practice to string for him, and I was blown away by it. Universal sent these over for us to check out, so if during the course of this review you want to pick one up, click the link in the description, go to Universal. They will hook you up. I think this is a new color for the Mirage, or relatively new. I mean, who knows? I'm late to the game, so it's probably been out a year. But I think it's new. It comes in 3 colors, as you can see. Really great head. I was a fan of the Mirage. My kid really liked the Mirage, and then we moved on to the Rebel, which was better. And the DNA is just such a good head. But this thing is good. All right, let's go. All right, to start, the Mirage 2.0 is $89.99, and I believe it's 5 ounces, which is a half an ounce heavier than the Mirage, the first Mirage. So it's gotten a little heavier, but it makes sense because it is beefier, and 5 ounces is nothing to balk at. That's a good number. Feels fantastic. As you can see, it comes in white, black, and I think they're calling this blue. Yeah, I guess that is blue. It reminds me of the Maverick Hyperlight color. I don't know if it's the same, but it's a nice looking blue. Really like this one. Man, that's gonna look so clean with just maybe some striker mesh or just all white everything. Really like that. Of course, you can't go wrong with a black or a white. Just a clean looking head. I think the biggest change over the Mirage is the new scoop. A lot of people really hated the scoop on the Mirage, and they've spent a lot of time redoing it, and this scoop is good. The first Mirage scoop was a little flimsy. It was a little awkward getting GBs, and it did fold over on itself. Usually for GBs for an attackman, it's like, backing up a shot that doesn't go out, or, if you're on the crease, you're going to be fighting for ground balls, on rebounds and stuff. But for a wing attack or even X attack, like if you're throwing and catching the way you should be, ground balls aren't a huge part of the game. So I know a lot of attackmen that really did like the first Mirage, but when it would get in the hands of a midi, it was an issue with that scoop folding over because it was flimsy. So they've stiffened the whole thing up. This scoop is not flimsy in any way, shape, or form. The whole head is solid, very, very stiff. It's an offensive head for sure. If you're talking about youth level, it could be used at any position. I say this a lot. Defenders at the youth level could use this. LSMs, absolutely. Even LSMs at like the JV level. But if you're thinking about buying an ECD head as a close defender or a LSM, then I would say go DNA. So yeah, the scoop is fantastic. And then the throat. The throat borrows from the DNA, which is one of my favorite throats in the game. I love the smooth, ergonomic flare and the rounded, bevel it's got at the bottom. It just feels so good in the hand, especially, if you're a one-handed dodger who's up high near the head, which, you really should be. It feels great. The face shape is tighter than the Mirage. Real nice flare. Hold up the white so you can see. Just a fantastic looking shape to this head. Super clean. I believe they've changed the sidewall struts to add stiffness because it is absolutely a stiff head. So ECD, right on here, it says shooter's dream. This is absolutely a shooter's stick. So, attackman, obviously inside finishing you can do with just about any head. Even the Franken stick that I made from PVC, you can finish inside with that. But you're talking about like island shots, on the run, over the top, from the wing, whatever. Like this thing is just perfectly designed for shooters. The narrower face shape, you can get a nice tight channel, which is good for accuracy. And this thing, stringing this thing, it might be my favorite head to string currently. The kid brought one about 2 months ago. I've done about 3 others since then. So, it's a shooter's dream, as ECD says, but it is also a stringer's dream. This thing is a joy to string. It's got this this grip, this texture on the back of the bottom rail that really locks your knots into place. These sidewall holes, where I believe they were roundish on the first Mirage, these are parallelograms, right? Rhombus is equal sides, I think. Yeah, so these are parallelograms. But it's really nice, you know, the angle on them, you crank your knots down, you know, pull your strings down into the bottom corner. Just easy to string. Big enough so you can double up everywhere. Stringing to the inside on this thing is a dream. Like, it's just perfect. The can't remember if on the DNA, if it's got the texture on the back of the throat here, but these have this really nice little grippy. It's the same texture that you find on the back of the bottom rail. You know, top string holes, nice big rectangles, parallelograms, whatever. Leathers will fit, bottom and top, 4 bottom string holes, 2 screw holes, just a bunch of sidewall holes for stringing. It is just a fantastic head to string. It is one of my favorites in a long time. So yeah, this is so if you guys are looking for a head, an offensive head, and you haven't considered the Mirage 2.0, which I'm sure you have. Mirage 2.0 is very popular. ECD's killing it. And this thing is just, it's golden, man. This is a beautiful head. I have not dyed it or dyed one of these. I haven't dyed anything in a long time. I used to do so many dyes, and I've just kind of gave up on that. I still have all my stuff, and I like dyeing. It's just like, it takes so long, and, you know, clean up, and it's a hassle. Masking. It's a labor of love for those who do it, but I've kind of fallen out of love with it, so I don't do it a lot. But apparently this takes dye very well. It'd be kind of cool to dye, just mask some pinstripes on this, you know, some stuff here, and then just go all black with it, because that color would just pop through the black. Obviously you can't dye black, but yeah, if you're looking to dye it, I would get a white. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Although some people, it's really a consideration when they're buying a head, whether it dyes well or not. You know, dyers, obviously. And I don't fault them for that, because heads that don't dye well, that's a real bummer. All right, guys, so that is the Mirage 2.0, the ECD Mirage 2.0. I'm a huge fan of this head. If you're looking for a head, offensively, you cannot go wrong with this. You know, if you're playing at the youth level, MIDI, even at the high school, college level, this is a fine MIDI head, absolutely. D MIDI, maybe not. You know, you might, if you're an ECD guy, go DNA, Rebel D. You know, maybe for you attackmen, offensive MIDIs, two-way MIDIs. You know, to a lesser extent, but still, you know, primarily offensive players. This thing is good. I guess we're still real early season in parts of the country. Where we are, we're mid-season. But this is kind of the time when sticks start breaking, or you start realizing, nah, this stick doesn't work. I need something new. Real good choice, Mirage 2.0. I can't recommend it enough. ECD, nicely done. Again, you guys keep doing it. I know the new head's probably coming out next week. I don't know. This has been a while, but this is a moneymaker for sure. Universal, thank you for sending these over. I am in love. Guys, if you need a new head, follow the link in the description to Universal and buy one, buy two, buy 40. I don't know your financial situation. Buy 42, send me two. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video.